Well, I'm at one of my favorite places, which is the ferry dock in the town that I live, and it's a wonderful, beautiful, sunny, glorious day. And I was actually just standing over here and I was looking at the sound, and there was a ferry that went by a little bit ago, but it was just really making me think about the wonder of the sea. I'm going to call it the sea, even though it's the sound. And it's just glorious because it makes me think of the nature of self-belief. And I've talked about this in some of my previous videos, but as leaders, we really have to have confidence in ourselves, it's particularly important when you're a visionary and you're trying to launch something new, or you're working to influence people, or you're trying to scale things, or you're working through change management. There's so many moments as a leader where you have to have self-belief and confidence in yourself. But it's an interesting metaphor looking at the sea, because the sea doesn't ask for permission to exist. The sea just is, and it can't be contained. Like the tide goes in and out. There's these rhythms to it. There's a wonder to it. It just is. And I think there's something inspiring about that, to take from that as leaders, because we ultimately have to have that belief in ourselves. It's so critical. If we start to doubt ourselves, if we find that we are caught up, in defining our worth through the eyes of others, we are eventually going to break. And that won't be helpful for ourselves or others. And of course, there will be times in life where we're going to be more fragile, and we need the support of our friends and family to pour into us. But I just want to encourage you to think of the sea again. In all its wonder and majesty, it just exists. It doesn't ask for permission. It can't be contained. It is what it is, and all its wonder. And that's really encouraging to me. That just reminds me of the importance of self-belief. So if you're doubting yourself today, I ask you just to take a moment and ask yourself, who is defining my worth? And why do I believe this? Am I a people pleaser? Do I find that my identity is wrapped up in what I do or where I am? And maybe just try and recenter it back on the importance of self-belief. We need that. We need that every day as we grow as leaders. So thank you so much for listening.